I honestly thought I would have these already built at this point, which is why I didn't mention them in the hotfix 24.0.6 video when they launched. These basically have one relic, the AXI, and theoretically it should pop up as not owning one, but it does. And that's mainly because the one I have, they are all set to their max level, because to get the blueprint for this is obviously from the A5, the AXI A5. The link is also on this one relic. This is the one relic you need. The prime barrel, prime receiver, prime blueprint, actually everything vasto related is on the AXI A5 relic. And it's actually been so long, I'm building my second one and I'm rushing it just for the purpose of doing this. Prime barrel, prime receiver and the blueprint, all of it is on the same relic. You will need two of these because, as you can see in the construction of this, okay, that one's rank 0, that one's rank 0, leaving my rank 30 there. This, on the other hand, I'm not rushing this, I'm going to leave it to build. Same as always though, when it's finished building it rotates as one. But go in, click, 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 mine. Obviously what happens when you get a dual wielding version of a weapon, it has twice the magazine, twice the fire rate, etc, etc, because there's two of them. But comparing it to the already existing Akvasto, yeah, it's got exactly the same magazine, slower fire rate, but way more crit multiplier, better accuracy, quicker reload, more status actually, 10 more status. It has, what's that, 4.6 less impact with near enough 17 more slash and then 4.6 less puncture, so it's got about 10 less in total on impact and puncture. That, well, 10.2, but then it's got a little bit more slash, so it does do a total more, but we're talking about a little bit more. It's the crit where these things are going to come into play. The normal ones have no polarity, these have 2 V's on it, and sadly I don't have a ribbon for it. Mind you, if you go to the marketplace, there are finding a decent ribbon is not that easy to do, and with the changes to them recently, I don't think anybody expected them to hold the value that they had. But it's the same when any new weapon comes out that's been primed, the ribbons are in demand, the prices go through the roof. The Gram ribbons were pretty much worthless until TennoCon, when they showed a picture of the Gram Prime and the price of them went up. Then it was released and you couldn't buy one for all the platinum in the world. They got silly expensive, so we'll be non-rivening these, but that's fine. It worked really well with crit. I mean, they're not a AKLex prime level of crit. That's just simply because the AKLex primes have a 25% crit chance with a 2.0 times multiplier. It has an extra 4 in the magazine, which is obviously better because you can fire without reloading. But the reload on the AKLex prime, oh, it's slow. It's so slow. It's the only reason I never made these my go-to secondary. The only difference is the Vastos have got 22% crit chance, the Lexes have got 25, there's 3% difference, but the crit multiplier of 2.4 on the dual Vastos versus the dual Lexes, 2.0. It's got slightly lower crit multiplier, and even though, yes, again, the AKLex has the 25% status and the 120 puncture with the 15 impact and the 15 slash, they are more of a puncture based, but we all knew that these things were going to turn up no matter what happened, because there is the single version of these that honestly wasn't that bad. It shares exactly the same stats as the dual wielding one, apart from it has a slower fire rate, half the magazine, but reloads quicker. It has a reload of 1, these have a reload of 1.4. The fire rate I think for the single one it's 5.42, these are 6.33 because obviously there's two of them, so the fire rate is quicker. Magazine, same thing, I mentioned that earlier. With a basic primed pistol gambit, and remembering my primed target cracker is 2 from being maxed because I do that with a lot of my mods, but the primed pistol gambit I have is maxed, so the crit chance went to 63.1 with a maxed primed pistol gambit, and 4.6 with the almost maxed primed target cracker wasn't bad. Obviously you can put things like lethal torrent in here, and really past that, how you build these is completely up to you. You can throw the hydraulic crosshairs in there, which on headshot adds 135% crit chance while aiming for 6 seconds. There is hollow point, which will add crit chance but take away damage, so that's probably not such a good thing. And weirdly the same goes with creeping bullseye. It'll add 48% crit chance. Mix that in with lethal torrent and the minus 36% fire rate that creeping bullseye will take. Lethal torrent with its plus 60% fire rate will put it back. They will not be as fast as if you were just running lethal torrent, but remembering that this thing has a 22% status chance, adding an elemental combo on these will work ridiculously well. But even those 2 Vs on there, you are going to need at least another possibly 2 Vs and a dash, or 3 Vs. It depends again how you personally set it up, but I would go for the 3 Vs because obviously sharpened bullets on kill will add plus 75% crit damage while aiming for 9 seconds. That obviously with the hydraulic crosshairs mentioned earlier, with a 35% chance on headshots. When you land a headshot, it will add that crit chance. The dual wielding Lex with 140 puncture versus this thing's highest of 46.2 slash. Well, you can have a 0.4 more multiplier for the crit damage as much as you want, but versus 120, there is a giant gap there. I mean, what, it's near enough 3 times more damage, so 0.4 of a multiplier really doesn't make that much of a difference. The big difference is, of course, these are slash based, the dual wielding Lexes are puncture based, so these have a good chance of getting slash proc and leaving that slash proc on there, which makes them just as good, if not slightly better because of that, than the dual wielding Lex Primes. With the whole issue of the Ak Magnus having the same crit chance and a little bit less on the multiplier, but being better balanced than these, which they are, the physical damage on them is better balanced than these. In total they also do more damage than these, but a lot of the people who seem to be excited of it keep mentioning Fashion Frame about the Vasto Primes, and yeah, I do really like the way that these look, but with the AXI being primed, and we know it's primed because they showed it at TennoCon, that when they come, a lot of people are saying they could put an end to this. I really don't think that to be true. The AXI has the standard ones have got a 6% crit chance with a 2.0 multiplier. Yeah, that versus these are definitely going to be around for a while. At least being quicker reloading than the Lex Primes. Ooh, they're going to be around for a while. Anyway, we'll move this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.